Hello and welcome to ChirpCraft. My name is Chris and today I'm doing a video response for Bailey Yonker. Bailey messaged me saying that they had copied my setup but was having trouble losing power, and they tried to add a new machine and it didn't work. So there's obviously something different about your setup to mine, so I'm going to show mine so you can get an idea of what's going on. If you're in survival, it's going to be completely different, and I think I know why you're losing a lot of power, which I'm going to do an example of in a minute. But first I'm just going to show my setup. So first, my power actually comes from 28 watermills. They're linked to fiberglass cables or glass fiber cables, and they all go down to MFSUs. So I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them linking to an 1/8. So all my power actually goes into this. When I logged back on, I'd actually run out of power and all my machines had stopped. So this is I've just turned this back on, loaded up with buckets again. As you can see, it's not actually going up too fast and it's still going down. That just shows how much power all these machines actually do take. So if you're not actually got that many watermills, the first problem might be you're not generating enough power, and the second thing might be that you're not using fiberglass cables, so you're losing too much power sending it. Because as you can see, I'm quite far away from my power supply. If we go down here, this outlet up here, that is my power supply, so that everything comes from that. So obviously this goes to me cow farm, breeders, and me sewage collectors. That actually went up to my other sewage collector, which I've actually turned off because it was causing too much lag for Aaron. This goes up to my firstly my diamond generator, then it goes up to my rubber farm, then my charcoal generator. Down here on the other side you've obviously got my wheat farm, sugar farms, and then the egg farm doesn't actually require power but it's still going. So if I go up through the bakery house, so that is actually my setup. So if you're not using the fiberglass cable and you haven't got as much power be generated, that's probably going to be your first problem. You might just want to turn off a few machines. If you put levers next to each of these machines and flick it off, they do actually turn off, and you can just turn them on when you want them. But obviously if you're going to do an automatic generator, you do want them on all the time. But in survival it's not really fully viable. You can do it on a small scale, but it's not fully viable to do massive like I have. So anyway, over here I've set up an example of a way you can do it in survival without losing any power whatsoever. So obviously you've got a generator. You wouldn't be using this generator, you can use the example anyway. You've got your back box, because the majority of machines are going to be low voltage anyway. So that's what I've got set up here. It's all low voltage setup. As you can see, this back box is 9 bits of cable away from this one. Now if I put a bit of coal into this, let it generate a little bit and take it out, that's actually going to obviously go into here. Now the output's here. Once I put it here, it sends it to this back box. I'm going to break that and it's going to stop. So we've got 2100 in this back box. Now if I was to use my wrench and change the output to here, it's now going to send it all to that back box. So there you go, it's got 20 left. So it's 2100 and minus the 20. So it should have been 2080. So we've actually lost 65 EU there, just by sending it through that. Now that's quite a lot, and I think you do actually lose more the more energy you send. So if I sent a lot more, you would have lost a lot more as well. So if I do it with this one, so now these are only 4 apart. If I put a bit of coal in there, take that away, let that go up, then break this. Now I've started with 1070. If I do the same thing again, put the output here, it's going to send it to this back box. Now should I lost anything? Oh, okay. So 1070 minus the 14 is 1056, which is 1056. So I haven't actually lost anything from there to there. Now if I do the same thing again, this one's got 1056, that's got nothing. So as you can see, from that point to that point I lost nothing, but on this one you lost it from there to there. That is where most of the power is going to get lost. It's going to be lost in the cable. By throwing in a bat box, which is very cheap to build, there just wood, copper, rubber, tin and redstone as far as I'm aware. They're so cheap to make, you could just run this all the way along as far as you like, and you're not going to lose any power because you're just transferring it into a new box, transferring to a new box, transferring to a new box. Whereas obviously this way you're just going to lose so much power. By the time you actually get to where you want to get, you ain't going to have any power left. So that would just save a hell of a lot of power. Now if you are doing it in survival, but you have got to the point where you're actually storing in MFSUs, you can just set it up so you have your transformers that are then going to send it to an MFE. It then goes into another transformer that sends it to a bat box, and then you can just use that bat box and do the same system, and you can send it as far as you like. So you are actually still storing a lot more power, but you're transferring it around a lot more. Using this system to go off to each area would probably be a lot better as well, because each bat box only stores 40,000. So if your machine's using a lot, you're gonna be waiting for it to refill up. But if you've got one of these for each machine you've got set up, they should run fine. As you can see, this electric furnace is fine. So that is how I would do it, and that's what I'd imagine is the issue. You're simply running too many cables and you're losing far too much power that way. If there are any other issues, just message me again, and if anybody else would like a tutorial on something, anything you don't understand, let me know and I'll do a video for you. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.